Peace and blessings, everybody. This is Damon K. Jones, and this is the Health Mindset. In today's video, we're going to have a real talk about relationships and why many Black women so often end up with partners that don't fulfill them or treat them with the love and the respect that they deserve. So let's get into it, y'all. Now, I know this can be a sensitive topic, but it's also so important that we discuss openly and honestly. There are far too many sisters out here stuck in situations with men that leave them drained, unhappy, and unappreciated. And often we accept this as just how things are instead of recognizing that we do have the power to have healthy love, men and women. But in order to make better choices, sisters, we first have to understand what's behind so many sisters chasing and tolerating these unhealthy, toxic relationships. Let's have a look at cultural conditioning and how it promotes dysfunctional behaviors and attitudes in so many Black men and women, and also how women have to take responsibility for their mindsets and their self-worth when it comes to choosing a partner. Why, in many instances, that Black women who claim that they want a good man will ignore a healthy man and chase after unhealthy men, even though the latter seems to be opposite of the characteristics that the woman claims she wants in a partner. It's a recipe for disaster when Black women chase after men who can't give them what they need because those men only offer temporary excitement. And in many cases, this is what we see happening today. You must understand that not all Black men are unhealthy. However, some unhealthy Black men have been broken and follow the stereotypical role models because they believe that these views are the only accurate ones. An unemotional, unbalanced boy becomes an emotionally unstable man. He grows up to become accustomed to ignoring his limitations. He grows up to become accustomed to ignoring limitations. They struggle to comprehend boundaries set by others. They are quick to hurt other people, even if they are unaware that they're doing so. Social skills such as compassion and ability to negotiate, compromise, or frequently need to be addressed during this process. It's extremely important, sisters, that you must have open and honest conversations with men about their family histories, the things they went through as children, and the adults in their lives who serve as role models when they were younger. Because there is so much generational trauma, even within men. It's essential to exercise discernment before entering into a serious long-term relationship or getting married. Unhealthy men typically conceal their illness by amassing many material, over-the-top gestures, such as buying you expensive gifts. All this can seem harmless enough, and some women might enjoy it, but the point is to manipulate you into thinking that you owe them something. Most often, this is an unhealthy sign of a narcissist who intends to draw you in and gain control over you, and then you will be eventually manipulated. An unhealthy man often has difficulty controlling their anger, making you feel as you need to be on guard whenever you are in their presence. Even the smallest thing can set them off. A minor thing can set them into rage, and while they are in a mental state, they're frequently nasty and hurtful and say nasty and hurtful things. The next day, they will apologize, but they are often insecure, and the toxic person will quickly resume their irrational and harmful behaviors shortly afterwards. The ideology of an unhealthy black man tends to treat black women as sexual conquest, contributing to their ongoing problems. But when you're blinded by material things, and when you're blinded by if you're having good sex, you won't see all these things until it's too late, until you have given your heart to this man. An unhealthy man is always looking for the next sexual conquest. He has numerous casual relationships with different women, but never allows himself to be emotionally attached to any women. His sense of self worth is likely intertwined with the excitement of the conquest. Sadly, many women don't realize this, as I said, until it's too late. Now, what's a healthy man? What is a healthy man? Like, do sisters even know what a healthy man is? A man in good physical and mental health will never mess with a woman's feelings regarding her family and her offspring. An ordained love exists for the Black family and the Black community with a healthy man. It is in the healthy man's nature to provide for and protect his offspring, so you don't need to tell him to do so. A healthy man will not be coy about his desires or expectations regarding the qualities he seeks in his partner. He is well prepared to take care of the role of a husband and is aware of the responsibilities that comes with it and the part he must play in the relationship. A man who maintains a positive mental health protects his woman in many ways, including ensuring her financial stability and being there for her when things get rough and challenging. If she is ever in type of physical danger, he will not hesitate to throw that knockout punch if necessary. A man in good health, a healthy man, carefully considers his options before taking any action that might affect his woman. As Adam did in the Bible when he looked at Eve, he sees in her a reflection of himself in much the same way. A healthy man gives his partner a gift of dignity and respect. He also expects love and affection in return. He never fails to comfort his behavior towards her. He never fails to comfort his behavior towards her he never fails to comfort his behavior towards her with respect. It doesn't bother him to prepare. Oh man. It doesn't bother him to prepare her favorite dish, take her out and wine and dine, pay for the bill. In addition to that, he anticipates receiving love and affection. It doesn't bother him to prepare her favorite dish. Healthy man knows how to cook. Take her out or wine and dine her, taking care of all the bills when they go out. In addition to that, he anticipates receiving the love and affection. In addition to that, he anticipates receiving love in return. A healthy man does not cheat, not at all. He's too focused to cheat. And he is loyal to his woman. He will not fall for the false narrative that he needs many women because his women. He will not fall for the false narrative that he needs many women because the woman that he has will not dump him. He plants in the mind of his woman conversation founded in truth and spirituality, which continually nourish their relationship. A healthy man does not view his partner or other women as sex objects. He is having philosophical conversations about life, making plans, and engaging in activities that are not physical or sexual, but stimulates the relationship. He knows intellectual stimulation is just important, if not more so, than physical stimulation. Finally, a healthy man loves his woman for the purpose which God has created her. When a healthy man loves his woman, the passage of time does nothing to diminish his love for her. He loves for her. His love for her is not predicted by her physical appearance, her social standing, her education, or the things that she possesses. His love and attention continues to concentrate on her inner beauty, which he refers to her femininity. He is aware that her physical appearance will shift over time, but the glory of God that resides within her will never fade. And a healthy man understands that. Why then do women choose to be with unhealthy men? I speculate that this is because, on some level, they are convinced that they will never be able to perform to the higher standards of a healthy man. Some people believe that they got exactly what they deserve when they get these men. Others have spent their entire lives in unhealthy environments, so they considered it to be expected. They interpreted the ill treatment and suffering as love for one another because that's what they experienced in childhood. A narcissist, for instance, puts a lot of effort into their appearance and charm, so they may appear very attractive when you first meet them. This is because they are trying very hard to charm you. Other women do not realize this, as I keep saying, until it's too late. But if you want to find the right guy and you keep getting into bad relationships with men who don't treat you with the respect and love that you feel you deserve, then you need to put your foot on the brakes, sister, and realize why you keep getting into these relationships with the same kind of man. In many cases, the answer is within. Every man is unique, and his uniqueness will attract women. A mature and dependable partner indicates a relationship that will offer both parties opportunity for growth. That is an excellent foundation for the changes life brings for both of you. Unfortunately, America's cultural conditioning of the Black male identity has resulted in two critical problems in the Black community. First, the culture of toxic Black masculinity, and second, the lack of healthy Black masculinity. Both issues have damaged Black men, women, children, family, and in the community. Toxic Black masculinity has become more of the norm in the Black community, and more because Black women look to toxic or the bad boy instead of the healthy Black man. So, even with all the characteristics of a broken heart around the corner, we have a culture that dictates that the toxic, unhealthy man is something worth wanting. And yet, despite all the warning signs, all the red flags, our broken culture of dictating someone toxic is just too strong. If you look at social media, many women promote a lifestyle of material gains, and women should be about the bag. They should be about the money. However, that leaves women open to being taken advantage of and love bombed by toxic men. It's a way of overwhelming with affection, attention, and flattery, so you'd be more likely to let your guard down and give them what they want. A lot of dudes now love bomb, and it's a type of emotional manipulation characterized by excessive display of affection, flattery, and other intentions. This term was first coined in the 1970s by members of the Unification Church who used to describe their recruitment tactics. More recently, people have used love bombing in a romantic relationship and platonic friendship to manipulate and control. While love bombing can occur in any relationship, we see it in more romantic relationships, where one partner lavishes the other with gifts, attention, and compliments to gain control. If you're the type of woman that needs attention, you'd be easy to be love bombed. If you're the type of woman that wants somebody to always be looking at you, you're easy to be love bombed. If you're the type of woman that looks at the material gains of a man, you easily be a love bomb victim. Now, if you're being love bombed, you will feel flattered initially, but eventually you may just feel suffocated and controlled. As a Black woman, it takes work to find the right person. Too many people rely on attractiveness, materialism, infatuation, and sex to the exclusion of everything else. And that's why relationships are failing. And that's why 80% of the divorces are filed by women, because they're looking for the wrong thing in a relationship. Finding the right partner can be a positive plus in your life. Taking things too far with the wrong person can even wreck your life. So let's look at a few qualities that a woman should look for in a good man, so we could just smooth the process out, get it out of the way in the beginning. The first one is his belief in God. I put this at number one because many women don't. When I listen to women in interviews about the quality of their ideal man, the majority, or damn near all of them, never put strong belief in God first. Establishing a relationship with a man with a general belief in God and who carries himself on a level of spiritual integrity is a positive attribute for a woman to look for. His health. Does he take care of himself? Does he eat healthy? Does he work out? These are the things essential when looking for a serious relationship with a life partner. First, a man that is in physical condition can protect you. Second, if you are a woman looking to have children, men are out of shape can affect male fertility. Men who are unhealthy may have high levels of estrogen and lower levels of testosterone. They also have greater chances of chronic illness like diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease. His purpose. Does he have a purpose? Does this man know his purpose in life? Is he the kind of man who aspires to be the best he can be and works with all of his might to realize his full potential? The level of responsibility that a man takes for his life's mission, his wellness, his spiritual development, and the world around him, as well as the degree which he strives for excellence and advancement, can be used to determine a man's sense of purpose in his life. Does he strive to accomplish something worthwhile? Or does he just go to the club on Fridays, go to the brunch on Sundays, get a game here and there, take you out to dinner, buy you a Birkin bag, and then that's his life? The reason a man lives is a window into his very being. His vision. Does the man have long-term goals? And what kind of goals are they? A man with a vision has the direction to make long-term goals a reality. A man who understands his purpose in life has a clear vision for his life and the woman he loves. He does not have just a vision for himself. He has a vision for the woman he loves. And if you're his woman, he has a vision for you too, because you're part of that vision. Suppose you find a man that spends more time planning the weekend sports events, Friday night at happy hour, Sunday brunch, what they will wear on the night out of the town, then identifying, planning, and pursuing the outcomes they want to see in their significant areas in their life. In that case, sisters, you might wonder if this man's for you. Your partner should be an asset to attaining long-term goals, not a liability. Think about the big things you want to see, do, and accomplish, and find someone to help to make those reality rather than becoming an obstacle. You might want to reconsider if he's living for the next big sport event, the next big party, the next big brunch. That might not be the dude for you. My sisters, some black men are beyond repair. Some black men aren't right for your spirit, your health, or the prize that God has waiting for you inside of you for the man that truly loves you. Unfortunately, many black women frequently partner with black men who are liabilities rather than advantages. His integrity and character. What is his integrity and character? Is he honest? Does he have solid moral principles? A man that has integrity will always honor his obligation to you. A man with good character will show you when you see how he treats others. How does he treat others? Is he an asshole to other people? What do other people say about him? Do they have him in high regard, or does they say he's a piece of shit? These are the things you got to look for, especially when you get older. You're not, you don't have the time to be wasting, sisters. Is he stable? Huh? Is he a stable man? When we talk about stability, there's two kinds that a sister need to look for. Excuse me. There are two kinds of a sister need to look for in stability. One is emotional stability, is when a man has a healthy mental condition, the ability to remain stable and balanced, and also staying calm, having self-control when facing a challenge. My sisters, there are many men walking around with undiagnosed mental health issues. And y'all sisters be dating these dudes just because they have a good sex game. And they're a day away from emotional crisis. Or they just crazy as hell. The second one is economic stability, which is crucial if you want to build a financially independent marriage and a self-sufficient family. This is another issue I see many women having problems, especially younger women, in the search for the six-figure man in the hood. Looking for the six-figure man in the hood. There's no six-figure men in the hood. Legally, because a real six-figure man gets out of the hood. So if you finding If you see all these Mercedes Benz driving and all these driving through the hood and staying in the hood, no. And if you think that you're the only one they're dealing with, you're fooling yourself too. We sisters, you gotta be cautious of these hood rich type brothers bragging and showing off what they have. Sisters, we now live in a materialistic culture, and it makes it so easy for an unhealthy man to throw out the usual lame bait of cars, jewelry, bottle buying in the club, and just being loud and ignorant. It cracks me up even today to see grown ass men pull their cars in front of the event, for women to see what they're driving. So that's so lame. Be cautious, you know. You got to be cautious of these brothers. Then you find out he don't even have none of the cars is registered in his name. He ain't got nothing in his name. He ain't even got his Facebook page in his real name. Come on. If a grown ass man don't have a Facebook page or any social media platform in his real name, you gotta think you gotta think question about it. If he ain't no influencer, come on. But some women think that's attractive. Some women think all that ignorance is attractive. And when you do, that just means you have low self-esteem. So, be wary of all these dudes with all this stuff. It is what it is. Numbers is what the numbers are. But you gotta be sisters, y'all gotta be wary. And what's another thing you gotta look? You gotta look at children, right? If you have different plans than him on having or raising children, that's just a very challenging thing to overcome. It's wiser to find a partner on the same page as you. You might already have children, sisters, while he has none. Is he ready for the role of being a stepfather? For a healthy relationship, there must be mutual respect around this when it deals with children. He might have children. Are you willing to be a stepmother? What about his family? How much influence does his family have over him? Are they micromanaging his life? Is he having dinner with his family for every night of the week? Or are they mainly out of the picture? The parent is the first example to a child on what it means to be in a romantic relationship. Communication, conflict resolution, support, and love. So, what is relationship with his mother and father? What is his father? Was his father in his life? A man's relationship with his parents significantly influence his relationship as an adult. Boys need men to learn from. Men are role models and positive examples of social and spiritual skills of being a healthy man in today's world. They also look up to their fathers to provide a feeling of security, both physical and emotional. I just did a video on the upright man. Check it out and see what I'm talking about. Is his father if the father wasn't in this man's life, then what was his examples of being a man? And your sisters, y'all don't look into that because y'all just jump into bed first. Just jump into bed first. Before you do all this, you just jump into bed. and don't know you got a nub. What is the man's relationship with his mother? There's an old saying, how a man treats his mother is how he will treat his wife. If he had a healthy relationship with his mother, it will significantly affect his stability and well-being in relationships with women and how he views women. On the other hand, if he has an unhealthy relationship with his mother, it could result in him not respecting or trusting or even abusing women. What is his comfort level? How comfortable are you together? Black love is a natural connection and understanding. This connection makes both of you feel relaxed in each other's presence. It eliminates fear, anxiety, and worry. If you're not comfortable around him, then that man's not for you. What is the communication level that you two have? It's important to be able to discuss any topic, but communication goes beyond talking. If he's truly the one for you, you will be able to connect on multiple levels. You can find communication through a simple glance or body gesture. This type of nonverbal communication is strong when your connections with each other on multiple levels. After the initial infatuation has worn off, it's important to have activities and interests that both of you can share. Share some hobbies or other interests. Maybe you both love traveling or being on the beach. You may share love for meditation or yoga. That increases time together, increases the communication chemistry. Examine how that is. What about time apart? If you're real black love, you have a difficult time being separate from each other. One of the signs of true soulmates is their inability to be apart from each other for long periods of time. They often can't handle long distance relationships and want to take vacation, bus trips, and other journeys together. Do you generally like the other person? You can be in love with somebody but not like them. Absolutely. You must like your partner and enjoy spending time with them. If you feel more chemistry with some people that you do with others, pay attention to the average day. Now, what does that mean? It's easy to fall in love when you only recall the best days that you spent together. However, every day is not going to be a great day. Some days will be challenging. How happy are you with those average days? In those regular days, right? You're going to get a lot of those in the long-term relationship. And what are your worst days like? This brother might not be your dream man 95% of the time, but you should keep the man. If he comes short 5%, you don't throw the man away because he came up short 5%. There would be bad days, when you spend the rest of your life. Then a lot of the days ain't going to be great days. Sometimes you got to check yourself on the bad days. You know, are you the type to throw in the towel when time gets rough? Will you end up throwing a 95% man away for a 70% man because you had a few rough days in the relationship? See, the thing is, how you and this man is going to get through those rough days is very important. Last but not least, attraction. I put attraction last because usually we make the mistake and we make it first. Although attraction is only one part of Black love, it's still important. Do you have a natural chemistry with each other? The attraction can be physical, emotional, intellectual, or a combination of any of these things. Now, Black love isn't easy to find, but good results are worth the effort. Poor results can put an actual hamper on your happiness and well being. We've all been infatuated with someone only to wonder what we were thinking a few months later. Remember, the most important thing is to resist. Remember, the most important thing is to resist relying too heavily on your potential partner's attractiveness. Focus on critical issues that matter most to you, and definitely you will be happy with your choice, sister. So that's it. What is a healthy man? What is an unhealthy man? The choices that we make in a relationship. And I'm going to follow up with what is a healthy woman and what is an unhealthy woman for men. But it's all from the book that's hopefully come out in September, the Book of Black Love. So thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Definitely subscribe on the page. We're trying to do some great things. So have a blacktastic day. And remember, God is in your vegetables. Peace out.